Today we're going to be reading Bear Can't Sleep. Let's find out what this book's about. Winter is coming and Bear can't sleep. Oh, how he rumbled and grumbled and growled and howled. That bear sounds angry, cry the animals. What if he comes after us? But Patch the Hare isn't scared of any old bear, and he soon has a brilliant idea. That sounds like an interesting story. Let's read. This little tiger book belongs to my tiny tots. Bear Can't Sleep. It was winter, and all the animals were busy. Soon the forest would be covered in snow. Fox gathered wood for winter fires, while Owl and Squirrel made pickles and jam. Patch the Hare tried to help, but he got in everyone's way as usual. Whoops! Oh, get your feet out of my berries, cried Squirrel. Hush, hooted Owl. What's that strange sound? Peeping around the trees, the animals saw a huge grumbly bear dragging branches behind him. Everyone froze, except Patch. Hey, Mr. Bear, he shouted. Need some help? He's as big as a mountain. He's heading for the cave. Leave me be, snapped the bear. I need to sleep. And he shuffled into the cave. But the bear could not sleep. Day and night he rolled and grumbled and he growled and howled. That bear sounds angry, said Fox. What if he comes after us? Squeaked Mouse. Maybe he's hungry, said Squirrel. I'll take him some food, said Patch. I'm not scared of any old bear. Patch made a huge stack of blueberry and pickled onion sandwiches, then loaded them onto his scooter. Yoo-hoo, Mr. Bear, he called, whizzing over. We made you a scrumptious snack. But Patch forgot to look where he was going. Suddenly his scooter hit a rock. Crash! Down he tumbled, right on top of the blueberry and onion sandwiches. Splat! From inside the cave came a terrible roar. Be quiet out there, Bear bellowed, or else. Eek! Squealed Mouse. He's coming to eat us. Quick! Cried Owl. Hide! That bear. All the animals hid, except Patch, who picked up one not-so-squashed sandwich and walked right up to the dark cave. Come back here, the fox called, but Patch tiptoed closer. As Patch peeked in, he heard Bear sigh. I'm old and I'm cold. I'm too shiver cold to sleep. He's not hungry, Patch whispered. He's cold. Oh, poor old bear. All day long, Patch couldn't stop worrying about Bear. Finally, he lay down under a tree to think. As he looked, the leaves made a patchwork against the evening sky, and Patch had an idea. That night he tiptoed through the forest, borrowing things from all the animals. Patch pinned and stitched till dawn. When the animals woke, they were hopping mad. Just then Patch appeared. He spread a beautiful patchwork quilt on the ground. You took my shirt, explained Fox. My pajamas, my apron, my undies. I only meant to help, said Patch, but the animals fussed and shouted all the more. Suddenly, Bear stomped into the clearing. He lifted Fox into the air. I said, "Be quiet," he roared. "I'm trying to sleep." The animals shook with fear, except Patch, of course. Patch jumped onto a stump. "Don't be cross, Mr. Bear," he begged. "We bought you a present. Look!" It's made from clothes borrowed from all the animals. The old bear sniffed, then gently set Fox down. "You gave your things to me," he said. "What fine friends you are." He made a quilt to keep you warm. Bear clutched in the cozy quilt to his furry chest and shuffled back into the cave. "Hey, Mr. Bear," called Patch. "How about some bedtime stories?" And so, as the first flakes of the snow drifted down, the animals snuggled together and told stories until Bear fell fast asleep. Thank you for reading this bedtime book along with me, Tiny Tots. I hope you enjoyed this bedtime story just like Bear. But now I think it's time for you to sleep. So good night and sleep tight, and I'll catch you tomorrow for some more fun bedtime stories. Thank you for watching. Bye! Suddenly,